Okay, folks, take two. I accidentally turned off the camera, so I'm gonna have to start again. This is I'm videotaping a lot of journals today because basically I have. First of all, good morning, everyone. It's nice to see. It's nice to be here and to be sharing some projects with you. I actually am filming 6 different journals today because I've been preparing for a fair that I'm doing in Connecticut. I live actually in New York City, but I also live part-time in Connecticut, and I started doing fairs out there and selling journals and jewelry, and I really enjoy it. I really like meeting the people that come to the fairs and talking to them, and sort of breaks up the solitary aspect of making journals or making jewelry. So it's really nice to meet the customers, especially when they are really appreciative of what you do. So we'll get right into it. This is a Bobsey twin. It's an altered book. So for those of you who remember Bobsey twins, I actually was the probably generation before the Bobsey twins. I mean after the Bobsey twins, but I knew of them because of my parents. So it's altered book, hidden spine binding. I've used this adorable Japanese fabric, which has a sweet doll on it. And this is the back. And all the stitching that I've done throughout is done with green thread to match the green color. I love the green cover. So it's got a hitch post and just pops open like that. And the front of the book, all of my journals have library card pockets in the front, and I put a library card that I've coffee dyed, and on the back I put my my stamp, which says handmade with love, Jujube Love, which is the name of my Etsy store. So I've done coffee dyeing throughout. I think I've said that. Excuse me. And I try to use as much vintage ephemera as I can in journals. For example, this illustration, this beautiful illustration of this girl is from a actual Victorian from the 1800s children's book. And I've stitched it onto this paper. For those of you interested, I used I think it's Maggie Holmes paper. I'm so bad with these designers, their names. Anyway, this paper is like barnyard, and you'll see it throughout. It's really adorable, and I don't know the name offhand, and I'll have to find out. I've got some of it in my stash. So yeah, if you have like a question about the papers, please feel free to ask in the comments. So it's just says welcome here, which is something I put into all my journals, or most of them. And this is vintage ledger paper that's from the 1800s. If you can see that, it says 18. This is Russian arithmetic paper, children's arithmetic. This is paper I recently got in Argentina. It's from a student's book. Little birdie stamp. This is from the actual book. It's an illustration of the Bobsey twins. And then I have this amazing illustration from, this must be from like the 40s. It's from a children's book. I love the illustrations from this book. Journaling card. And then there's like some vintage French lesson paper in here in this pocket. Here is a tuck spot, and I've done like a Martha Stewart border punch here. This lovely illustration from a vintage 40s magazine. And this cute little girl wearing a little pillbox hat. Looks like she's about to go on a trip. And here's the second signature. So you can see how cute I'll show you the scrapbook paper. It's got little piggies on it. It's very cute. So I like to mix and match the different kinds of scrapbook paper. I never kind of stick to one line of scrapbook paper. This is just an envelope. It's got stamps in it, and it's got this cute little die cut on the back that I put here. And it fits in this little camera pocket. And then there's this retro futurism image of these two boys with space hats on. This sweet little pink and white striped bag came from Lori Jagadish. Thank you, Lori. This is from an Amazon shopping bag. Children's book. This is an envelope that I made out of a children's book illustration. Let's see. And then this is just a page from a butterfly book. And here's another side loading pocket with this great illustration.